Hello guys, welcome to phonesabout.com. We are about to make a quick review of Blackview BV5000. It is a rugged smartphone with IP67 certificate, which means that it is waterproof, dustproof and also shockproof. Before we take a look at the phone, let's take a quick look at the box. So this is the standard packaging, which Blackview BV5000 comes with. Nothing impressive, just a standard box. We have the phone specifications written right here on the back. As you can see, it's a 5-inch smartphone with HD resolution, 13 megapixels camera, 2 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of ROM. Once you open the box, okay. So once you open the box, you'll find inside a charger, a USB cable. As you can see here, this is the charger. We have OTG cable. We also had some headphones, perhaps just some cheap Chinese headphones because they have no labeling, no Blackview labeling. And this is the USB cable, which we already used to charge a phone. I will tell you something more about the USB, which you must know, but it will come just a little bit later. Nothing interesting here. You can see in the separate pocket, you can see some documentation, and this is very important tool, which we'll take a look at. And there is a spare screen protector right here. Okay, so let's move to the phone right now. As we said before, this is a rugged smartphone. It has a high level of protection. It's pretty solid and pretty heavy. It's almost 250 grams. It's all made of plastic. It's all really thick plastic, and it has an aluminum frame on both sides, which you can see right here. So this is the aluminum frame. This is the volume rocker. It's a little bit loosey. Perhaps you can see how it's moving. And we have the power button right here. It moves the same way, but it's not something annoying. You can see some interesting screws right here. I'm not sure if they're just some design features or they really had some use, perhaps. Okay, there are capacitive buttons right here at the bottom, but unfortunately there is no backlight, so you won't be able to see them in a dark room. On the top, you find the micro USB port and the audio jack right here on the top. You can see both of them. They have protective caps, which are made of rubber. Actually, the micro USB hole, which you can see right here, is a little bit deeper, and you will not be able to charge the phone with the standard micro USB cable, so you really must use only the cable which comes with your Blackview BV5000, because other cables are not able to charge the phone. At the bottom there is nothing but just a tiny microphone hole, which you can see perhaps right here. On the back you can see the Blackview labeling, and although the back lid is really tight, you can see that you can't remove it. There are some extra screws if you want some extra protection for the back lid. There are 4 screws, and that's why the package, okay, let's try to focus it right here, and that's why the package comes with 4 screws and a screwdriver. So if you want, you can add some extra protection of your phone, but if you need to change your SIM cards or maybe the micro SD cards, you must bring the screw all the time with you, otherwise you won't be able to open it. But even without the screws, the phone is really solid. Let me just show you how you can remove the backlit. So it's not easy to remove it even if it's not screwed. It's really tight. You should watch out because you can just get your fingers. Okay, it's really difficult to remove it, as you can see. So maybe you don't even need the screws, but maybe they're for some extra protection. We're not sure. Under the backlids, there is a rubber mat which should protect the phone from water damage, but maybe as you can see it doesn't fit really perfectly, so this is should goes in, but it doesn't want to go in, so actually we don't have much protection against water damage. You see how this rubber mat comes out? You can just check both sides. Okay, you see how it should be? This is how the rubber mat fits perfectly right here, and this is how it doesn't fit perfectly right here. You see that it comes out a little bit more because it's really, you can see it's not inside, just take a look. And this is when it is placed on the right side. You see it's not moving here, so we are not sure if the phone actually will have the right level of protection, or maybe this is some defect with our units. We are not sure if this is with all the units. At the bottom you can see the speaker, it's right here, and once you remove the rubber mat you'll get access to the SIM card slots right here, the micro SD card slots, the SIM card slots, and the removable battery. You can see the capacity written right here, 5000 milliamperes. You can start the phone so you can take a quick look at the user interface. The phone is equipped with a quad-core processor MTK 6735P, which is clocked at 1 GHz. It's a 64-bit processor, and thankfully to the Android Lollipop, which the phone comes with, it's about to deliver decent performance, even with just 1 GHz processor. Okay, we are in, so you just need to unlock it and maybe decrease the brightness a little bit. Okay, maybe that's better. Perhaps you can see that the icons, there is some custom icon pack. You can see how the icons look like. This reminds us a lot of Doji Titans 2. Actually, you can say that it's almost the same team, which was with Doji Titans 2. Something disappointing about the screen is that it has only 260,000 colors, not the usual 60 millions. So it's a little bit low, but talking about everyday experience, most of the time you will not notice this unless you're watching maybe video. We can show you some benchmark screenshots.
We have some
So you
picture
can get
samples
better
and
idea
also our
of
benchmarks,
how
which
exactly
you
the
can
phone
see if you
performs.
follow the link under the video. You can see the full review with all the benchmarks and details.
Maybe we need to decrease the brightness just a little bit more.
Okay, something a little bit annoying about the notifications, you can't dismiss them moving from left to right, only the other way back. So we don't know why is this, but we've seen this with other Android Lollipop software with Chinese smartphones.
Perhaps maybe the most interesting benchmark for most of the people is the Antutu.
So you can take a look. This is the final result. It's not bad. And as you can see, the phones run really smooth. As we told you, it's Android 5.1. And here is some more information about the phone. Android 5.1, you can see the Blackview
log right here in the section. We can show you some gaming maybe. If we have the game downloaded, it comes with GPU which is Mali T720. It is not bad, and thankfully to the 2 gigabytes of RAM, you have okay, you have some decent performance. Okay, let's input our age. Let's say we are 55. Let's go. And my gender. Why? No, no, no. And some free advertisement for you. Perhaps it's a good idea to decrease the graphics, because using the maximum level of graphics we will not get really good performance and you see some frame drops. So it's better to, if you play high demanding games, just to switch to lower level of graphics. Otherwise your experience will not be the best one you can get. You see it takes a little bit long to load, but this is because of the just the 1 gigahertz quad core processor. Perhaps currently we are at the maximum level of graphics, and that's why you see that it's not so smooth. You see some frame drops, but this is just because this is a maximum level. So if you go with lower level, it will be better for sure. We can guarantee that. So the conclusion is that you can play almost all of the games without any issues, but if you go with some really high graphic intensive games, just try to switch to lower level of graphics. We can take a look at the camera. It's a 13 megapixels one, but it's nothing impressive to talk about. This is the camera which we are used to see with most of the Chinese smartphones. We mean the user interface is what we are used to see with most. Okay, thank you. There are lots of settings. This is pretty standard for all the Chinese smartphones. The picture quality is not something impressive, just the standard picture quality with the budget Chinese smartphones. If you have decent amount of light, then you get good pictures, low amount of light, worse pictures, and so on. There is a night mode, but it doesn't help really much because there is, we can say, no difference between the night mode and the normal mode. You can follow the link under the review and just to see some picture samples which we made, and you can see what we're talking about. The autofocus is not the fastest one, but it works good. You can see how fast the picture was taken. You can see the level in the details. The details are not really clear. You can see they're a little bit grainy, but they're still there. So considering the price, considering the IP67 certificate, which is actually a little bit doubtful because of the rubber mat, which doesn't fit here, and maybe the rubber caps here, which can work really easily. It's not a bad phone. It's not a bad phone. Maybe you can give it a hit because currently this price range cannot offer you anything better than this one. And don't forget that it has really huge battery, so you should stay about 3, maybe 4 days away from the charger, depending on how often you use your smartphone and which applications do you use. If you're a light user, then maybe even 5, 6 days with a single charge. So what do we think about the phone? As we said, it's really good for this price range. It's something interesting. It's something different from what the other smartphones can offer you, but it's a little bit heavy, so it's not for everybody. And you should consider this once you choose, if you choose this phone as your options. You can see how the videos loaded. You'll not be able to see the color difference which we told you about, the 260K colors, not the 60 million ones. But you can see that it still reproduces good quality pictures. The viewing angles are not bad because it's an IPS panel. You just need to increase the brightness a little bit so you can see the viewing angles. You see that it works good. Okay, a little bit more. You can see some shift of the colors, but just a little bit. And perhaps it's too bright for the camera sensor, so you'll not get the best idea of the picture right now. I hope it will be possible to see the difference in the quality of the picture because of the less colors available to the display. But anyway, it's still good for this price, as we said. So this was Blackview 5000, and you can check the link under our review if you want to see more details about the phone, more samples, and more benchmark results. Thank you very much for watching us. Bye bye.